Welcome to All Horse Racing, all the time, Wednesday night edition. We're at Remington Park here. They're just loading in the fourth. We're going to look at some races. It's probably too late to get any picks in if you're out there, but here in the fourth, the standout horses to me, it's just about right. And Polly Tiz. I would box 7 and 8 here in the fourth race, I think. And they're off here. Unexpected, we're looking over the Aqueduct card for racing reports for the weekend. And it looks like 7 is out front right now, just about right. So I would suggest a 7-8 box in this race, but let's see what happens here. Right now, the 7 is leading and the 8 is running fourth in race 4, racing under the lights at Remington Park. 4 and 6 are second and third, respectively. 7 has the speed. He's on the outside. 4 is on the inside. What do I think about that 4? I think the 4 is going to give. But what it does have in its favor is, wow. Four is out front. I couldn't see this one, but it looks like it's going to power its way home. It looks like it's going to be 4-1 here. Gray horse is coming strong on the outside. Holy smokes. It looks like 9 came up late. Was there even a 9 horse in this race? All I could think is that they ran out of gas here. Looks like the 5 came in. $11 to 1. 11 to 1 over 50 to 1. That's horse racing, folks. Thankfully, we only came on just as this was going off, so I don't think anybody got that in. All righty. Let's get this show set up here. Live. Just going to add my tags in here. Okay, just slam it. Remington Park picks. Yankee season ended today. Aaron Judge on the bench. They gave him the day off. Can you believe that? So then now it's going to be off to the playoffs. This show, I wasn't planning on doing a show tonight, but I was looking at Aqueduct for tomorrow, handicapping that, and I figured, why not? Let's go on. If anybody's playing, if anybody wants any selections or here at Remington, a question about a horse, I'll weigh in there. Having some coffee. It's an instant light. I made it light because it's at night. entertainment, make that sports. Save. They're shooting around. Next, they're going to Charlestown. I guess I could check in over there. It's too late for me to look at the PPs for that. Otherwise, I would give you a selection here at Charlestown. They're getting in the gate. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll go back and forth between a couple of tracks. But Remington is the main one tonight. Okay, still setting up. Like I said, I came in late here. Okay. Bear with me a second. We got some time. There were bombs over there, Remington. There's no way I could. I looked at the horses that came in. There's no way I could have picked those horses. Sometimes at these, no excuse. I just couldn't pick those horses. The others look faster. Just want to send out a notification. I don't know if everybody knows I'm live. What's going on at Charlestown? There's a horse leading by a lot. What I like about Charlestown is I like short sprint races, and they have the 4.5 furlong races. And the 3 is having its way with the others. I don't know what the odds are of the 3, but they're starting to close in. Here comes the 4. Yeah, the 3's toast. 5 is leading. 6 is second. 6 is moving faster. He's on the outside. Looks like he's gonna overhaul the 5. Here comes the 7. 5 doesn't want to give up. Here comes 7 on the outside. Yeah. It's going to be 7. What a hang job by the 6. It never overtook the 5. All right, we have race 5 coming up at Remington Park. We'll have a better chance to take a look at that. I like 7 and 8 in the last race. They just look like the fastest horses. It's been ages since I played Remington Park, but that doesn't bother me. As long as I have the data to work with, I can put together a reasonable pick. Where the heck is this race? Mountaineer. These tracks are going off within minutes of each other. Again, welcome to All Horse Racing All the Time. I'm your host, Al. Looking over Aqueduct for tomorrow for the racing reports. And I figured, why not? Why not come live and make some selections at Remington here tonight? We got racing under the lights there. So, hey, if anybody's out there and has any questions about any of these races, I really am looking specifically at Remington Park. I'm not going to try and spread it too thin, shooting around between tracks. All righty, just about set with this, up to date. There was one more second, my friends. Just about there. We're all caught up. And we'll start looking at the next race. All right. Okay, hump night. Back in business. Shut this down. Get to our race. Okay, what do we got? We got Remington Park Race 5. That is 5.5 furlongs on dirt. It's an allowance race. Looking at the pace of this race first. I'm not looking at the odds. I'll look at the odds last. I like to handicap the races before I look at the odds. I don't want to be swayed. You get shippers in here. Well, it's not really shippers from Will Rogers. Will Rogers Downs. A lot of horses come in from there. This is a strange one. We got some horses that are coming off of turf races. Now they're moving to the dirt for this race. There's 8 entries, allowance race, 5.5 furlongs. Post time is scheduled for, I have it on TV, the night racing on TV over here. So if you want to watch the races, either watch it on cable or with your ADW. I used to stream some of the races here, but I found that, I got a warning there. I can't do that. Otherwise, I would. It's not that I'm cutting corners. It's just against YouTube regulations. So, but I'll be here live covering it in real time. Let's look at this race. Starter allowance 49K. Post time is scheduled for in another 14 minutes. So we got some time here to look this over. Anybody out there? Hi, I see some of you are watching. Welcome. Thanks for joining me tonight. Who's in the background? Also in the background. That is Secretariat in the background winning the Kentucky Derby. Going to get back to doing some more live shows, more shows in general right now. So you got that to look forward to. Channel name, All Horse Racing all the time. I may be updating the channel name, All Horse Racing and More, because I will do some shows that aren't horse racing related. I'll still do all the racing shows that I would do in the past ordinarily, but sometimes we'll be covering some current events or different topics of interest. So that's where the and more comes in. But the horse racing will still be there. The horse racing will still be there. All Horse Racing and More. I'm going to land on a title. Just keep it All Horse Racing all the time. That would exclude other types of shows, current events shows, and things that are in the news or in the media or topics of interest. So All Horse Racing and More. So actually expanding on the show, still bringing all the horse racing, the live shows, the selections. All righty. What do we have here? Let me bring up my odds. Let me just bring up the selections so I can go to them if I need when I need to see them. And I can also look at the buyer figures on these horses. Remington, 10 minutes to post. All right, we got some time here. I'm looking at some buyers' numbers here. Five seems to be taking a lot of money. Okay, let's get at 9 minutes to post. Let's get to the handicapping. This is 5.5 furlongs. Number one was out of Street Sense. It comes off. It's run a couple times at Remington Park before. It's 3 years old. It's been laid off for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, almost 5 months. Won its last race at 6. This is 5.5. Jockey here is Collier. Over the last year, he's only been on 13 mounts and has won 0. Trainer is a 6% trainer. I don't like that. 2, you sexy boy. Last race wasn't that good. Races here are nothing to write home about. 6% jockey. I don't like that. Let's go on. 3. 3 has some really big numbers on dirt. This last one on dirt here, 2 back, was not good at all. It was at 5.5 back. It veered at the break. Chase between, drop back, tired. It's a 5-year-old. But it has races earlier. It has races at Remington Park last year, which were really quick. At one point, it strung together 4 wins in a row, it looks like. 2 of them here, 1 at this distance. Okay, now the last race, it was a stakes race, and it performed well. Now it's coming back to the dirt. Okay, so I'm going to mark down 3 as a contender, just because of those big back numbers, and the race on turf was quick, and it had quick races here last year as a 4-year-old. Jockey, 9% jockey. The trainer at Remington is Austin Gustafson, who's 16% here. Removing bandages and limited body of work, wins 30%. Sprints, he wins 18%. That's pretty impressive. So 3 is a player. Wow. 4 is a player. Fly to the bank. Very consistent. Seems to have come into his own as a 5-year-old. Let's keep this in mind. Wow. This is a competitive race. 5 is a regular in the money and winner's circle. Okay, 5, 3, and 5. Let me just look at 4 real quick again. I'm not crazy about 4 on this track. So far, I like 3 and 5. I don't like 6. Yeah, Delta Downs opening night at Delta Downs tonight. Don Stevens. Austin Thomas. Hey, Austin, how you doing? Good to see you. Horse 5, 6 horse, race 5 at Remington. I'm going to take a look at that. Good luck, Austin. So far, I haven't seen them all yet, but I'm so far 3, 5 looks very consistent. I'm about to look at the 6 now. Good luck. Win plays. Good to see Austin here. Yeah. 6, yeah. The 6 is definitely has a couple of really quick races in November, December here at this track. Let me just see what this count. Okay. 2 very good numbers, and its last race on turf was tremendous. And the race previous to that, it got stuck running in the slop. So, yeah, I can see this one doesn't like a wet track, and this doesn't look like a wet track. Its other one At Lone Star last year in wet track was a disaster. So I can excuse that wet track race. Tough race. Now let's see the odds. So far I'm on the 3, 5, and 6. See, the 3 open at 5-2. 5 is 6-5. I like you. You're getting paid with that 6, 7-1 right now. You know who I think looks like a sneaky horse in this race? The 7. The 7 is due for a good race. It has a sneaky pattern where it shoots forward in a hurry. How much time we got? 3 minutes to post. Let's go back. Let's look at 7. Yes, 7 usually explodes forward around this time. Oh, God. 6. I got to use the 5. Here's the thing about the 3. The 3. Oh, God. The 4 is intriguing me. What about the 3? What happened 2 back? All right, let's look at the pace. We got a couple of minutes left. I think I'm going to put a 3-horse box together here. Yeah. Six. Okay, we got a little bit of early speed in this thing. Fly to the bank. Oh, do I exclude? Oh, I gotta stay on the 3. We're gonna box 357. A 357 exacta box race 5. Remington Park. Let's go that way. Race 5, Remington. All right. The 5 looks like the one to beat. The 3 has some really quick races, quicker than the others if you go back, including some good ones here. And the 7 has a pattern where it usually jumps forward off of the type of race it has recently. And it has had a big race here, and you're getting paid with the 7. And Austin has weighed in, and he likes the 6. And I can't argue with Austin. I can't pick them all. How much minute? 0 minutes to post. Yeah, I can't pick them all. The 3 has good early speed here. Last year it was running fractions of 21 and 9 in opening quarter if you include the run-up time. And what I mean by run-up time is when they time the opening quarters and they give you the quarters in the racing form, it doesn't those timers only go off once they pass the starter beam, and sometimes the starter beam could be 50 yards past the finish line, past the starting gate, or sometimes even longer. So they're really not timing the horses from the time they leave the gate. They're timing the horses after they trip the light. Trip the light. I'm not sure what it's called. The run-up light. And the run-up light can vary anywhere from 50 feet, sometimes to 100 yards past the starting gate. So when you see in the daily racing form where the horse was at the opening quarter or something like that, that horse might really not have been leading after the opening quarter, because the opening quarter actually came before the time that they list for. All right, let's see what the odds are here. What kind of odds are we getting? The 5, yeah, bet down to 3-2. Now look at the 3. Came down from almost 5-1 to 2-1. The one I got my eyeballs on is that 7 horse, who you're getting paid with that, a 357 box. I think I'd probably be more inclined to go 5 over 3-7 or 3-7 over 5 and use the key. But the one that scares me a little bit is the 4, Austin. Good luck on your 6. I think you have a good shot there. That one has good pace. And let's see what's going on here. They're about to start. Why is the TV? No signal. Come on. What are you, crazy? I got to bring the thing up over. Oh, there they go. It's back. All right. The race is about to start, and then the signal goes out. Weird start there. Looks like 3 is going for the front. And who else is that? The 4 is running to the front. The 7 is running wide, 3 wide. The 6 is right in the mix, running between horses in 5th, now 6th. We got a stampede here of horses. Looks like the 7, who's that going wide there? What the hell is going on? Look at this. They're running 4-8. Here comes the 5 on the rail. Come on, 5. At least get home for me that I get one of these damn horses. Here comes 3 on the outside. Here comes 5. 4-5. That was the one that scared me. Hey, John. Yeah, John. The 5 was coming. I don't know. A little tough here. And that 4 had every right to compete. You couldn't pick them all. Who was that one in the middle there? The 8. Did 8 hang on for 3rd? I made some picks at Presque Isle the other day, and I was just blown away by the results of the races over there. Sometimes I wonder about these races. It's especially now. It seems like it's more difficult to pick horses since the whole virus hit in 2020. I don't know if they're playing games at these tracks, or things are just getting more difficult and unpredictable. Might sound a little bit like sour grapes, but it just seems very odd to me, some of these results we're getting here. I'm having all horse racing all the time. I'm your host, Al. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Handicapping. Well, actually, I started off handicapping Aqueduct tonight, and I'll get back to that for the racing reports for the weekend, Thursday through Sunday. But right now, I'm dead focused on this Remington Park. Aqueduct could wait, and I want to definitely put together some winners here. And, now it's getting to the point that you know, intermission here tonight. Just the first two races. We got a ways to go here before the next race. John, thanks for weighing in. I love the 5. Yeah, the 5 looked great. I mean, how could you not like the 5? And Austin 6 looked good for a while. I'm just surprised that the 7 faded. Thanks for weighing in, John. What do we have here in race 6? Okay, things should get a little interesting now. We got a turf race coming up in race 6, 7.5 furlongs, maiden special weight. Remington Park has just great racing. I'm going to have to heat up this coffee for a second, but then I'll be right back. Who is that horse? Who is that horse in the background? That's Secretariat winning the winning the Kentucky Derby. Okay, let's get started on this race stuff first. Don't want to start from scratch when I get back. And I'll be back in a few, you know, like in a minute or so. So it's not like I'm going to get lost. Remington Race 6. All right, yeah, they're coming up at Charlestown here. Now, I don't have time to look this over. And to be, I Delta Downs, he had chalk 5-7, didn't pay much. What the heck did that pay? $31.40 exact, $17.40. You get your prices at Delta Downs. That's another great track. Don Stevens, he's the track analyst, and he calls the races, and he's just terrific. He's one of the guys that makes good picks, winning picks. He's I think the best handicapper out of the different track analysts I've seen. Don Stevens at Delta Downs. Now, there might be some that tracks that I don't follow him as closely, so maybe there's some other good ones out there, but he's better than the other ones that I see around the country, including here in New York. They're off at Mountaineer. These races are going off within minutes of each other, not even. Charlestown is going off 0 minutes to post. Hoosier Downs, 0 minutes to post. We got 19 minutes here until race 6. So let's get a quick look at this. 2 looks like the pace, but 2 is a dirt horse, Octagon, and coming over to the turf. And we have a bunch of dirt horses in here, which I don't like when they change surfaces like this. So what I try and do in a case like this is see the trainers that are successful with the dirt to turf move. One that comes to mind, not here at this track, I don't think he races here, Mark Cassie. He's tremendous making that move from dirt to turf. Of course, Chad Brown, guys like that, you know, they get to do it. And the one time I do like when they move from the dirt to the turf is when the horse is very lightly raced, maybe only has a race or two, and they're going, say, from a dirt sprint to a turf 1 mile race or 1 mile and a 16th. So, because what I noticed is those horses tend to go to the front and they do very well. And it's almost as if the trainer is just using that sprint race as a glorified workout to get the horse ready for its first race on turf. Hey, they're not hell-bent on winning that first race, but they'll come out there and people will look at them and say, well, this is a sprinter and this is a route race. The horse has no turf experience. But think about it. When horses have a workout, most of the time, even the turf horses hold their workouts on dirt. Once in a while, you see them work out on turf, but most of the time they work out on dirt. So they use that sprint race as a workout, and then they get ready and let it rip in their first turf race. Okay, 2 looks like it's it has a little speed early. 3 ran its first turf race last race. This is 7.5, ran it a mile. 4, the name is Good Swimmer. Stuart Elliott. Remember him? He rode Smarty Jones in his quest for the Triple Crown. Still around, Stuart Elliott. What a shame, Smarty Jones losing that 2004 Belmont Stakes. Had it just about all the way. They gunned for that horse. Jerry Bailey. What a nasty ride. One of the jockeys that tried to, throw Smarty Jones off his game. Can't forgive him for that. They ganged up on Smarty Jones in that race. Oh, who else? High Noon Typhoon. I got to look at the numbers. They're getting the gate at Charlestown. We have a 3-5 favorite, number 7. Let's see if they're playing games over there tonight. Race 6. 1 I don't like. Number 3, Wilbert. Maiden special weight. Okay, ran its first turf race and definitely improved after its dirt form. And it came in 10th, 9 3/4 lengths back, running pretty wide. Has a 19% jockey in Jose Alvarez, a trainer at Remington Park, Trout, CR Trout, 25% trainer. The only good thing I could say about the 10, the 3, is it's quicker than the other 2. For 1 and 2, it has turf experience. 4, Good Swimmer. Now that looks like a pretty solid one. All right, its last race on dirt was not good. That 3-5 favorite is running second at Charlestown in the 7th. 8 leading the pack. Has about 2 lengths on the 7, who is starting to move. They're running down the backstretch. Still about a 2-length lead. The 7, what a beautiful horse. Solid black. All right, he's starting to come. Here comes the favorite. Oh, there he goes. Just blows right by him like he's standing still off the turn. He's up by 4 lengths, the favorite, 3-5. Can anyone possibly catch him? Will the 8 hang on for second even? I think the 3 might have won. Okay, 1 easy. Okay, 4 has... I'm still inclined. Yeah, I'm still leaning 3. So far, 3. The 4 is okay. The 5 gets first Lasix. Hasn't raced in 10 months. First Lasix. Its only race, it lost by 67 lengths. 3% jockey. Forget about it. I don't like the 5. The 6 seems to... 6 gets back to turf. Moving up in class. Not for me. 7 I really don't like. 8 has 3 third-place finishes and 3 tries. And it's a dirt horse. And it's closed well at 6 furlongs on dirt. And this trainer, H-Ray Jr. Ashford, is 12% at Remington Park. But when he's making that move from dirt to turf, he connects 12% with a 2.14 ROI. But I'm really impressed by the last race, and I like the fact that this horse has closed well in all of its races, and it's at 6 furlongs, and this is 7.5. And 3 third-place finishes, lost by a length and a quarter the last two. I got to include the 8. I know it's a dirt horse, but I got to include it. And 9 has been to break through for years. When I say years, it's a 5-year-old. It's running fast enough to beat these. Can it finally? I think I would play this horse to win, to finally win a race. Now it has that jockey that is 0 for 13 over the last year. The trainer is only a 6% trainer. But this horse just fits this race. 9. I don't know what the odds are yet. Oh, brother, there's a lot of horses in here. And 10 is another one. It's a dirt horse, but it's faster than the others. How is this dirt to turf? This trainer, get this trainer, Oberlander, Jesse Oberlander, he is going dirt to turf. He wins 18% with a 2.56 ROI, and the jockeys are 13%. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the 3-horse box, but we're going to shift off of something. We're going to shift it up a little bit. And this is a 6. Okay, definitely 9. Definitely like the 9. And I like the 10. Now, here's where it gets tricky. What do I do with that sprinter, the 8? Oh, brother. Let's go back to the pace. I'm going to think about this. I'm going to heat up this coffee. Race 6. Let's look at the odds. Prairie Dollar. What if we just go this way? 9 is the turf. 6, 9, 10. Let's look at the odds, opening odds here. Race 6. Horse number 6, Prairie Dollar, 10 to 1. Am I making the right horse here? What am I missing? Why are the numbers so off? No, it's not Prairie Dollar. It's 8. I was looking at the wrong one. Sword of Gold. All right. 8, 9, 10. Very easy to remember. Let's look at these odds. 8, 5 to 1. 9, 4 to 1, and 10, 2 to 1. Now the 5, 8, 5 to 1 bet down to 7 to 2. 9 opened at 4 to 1, and that opened 6 to 1. I would say 9 to win place. Very easy. Good swimmer. Yeah. Let me put my pick up, and then I'll heat up the coffee. How much time we got? 8 minutes. What do we got here? Let me catch up. Isn't the 10 the play here at Remington? Yeah, the 10, he's making first turf run, but the train is very strong with that. Oh, and opens 2 to 1. I could see it, yeah. And by the numbers, the 10 is dangerous. I think the 9 is really dangerous because it has turf experience. My only knock on it is it's a 5-year-old and it hasn't won a race, and it started racing at 2. Jerry. Hey, Jerry, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Watch out for the 9. Why did he come back off layoff and Trinity did not put in a claim or put him in a special weight? 9 has run some of the best races, definitely the best turf races of any here. And I think this might be the night the 9. If the 9 runs its best race, it could definitely get it done. Matter of fact, I think this will be my play. 9, 9 over 4, 8, 10, and 4, 8, 10 over 9. I'm not going to just do the box. I want the 4 in there. Good swimmer. Actually, yeah, watch out for the 9. Why did he come back off layoff and trainer did not put him in a claim or put him in a special? Wait, he fits this race, Jerry. That's the only thing I could think of. I'm looking at the Thorograph figures here, and by the Thorograph numbers, this one is definitely very, very dangerous. Let me put my pick in here. Race, is this race 6? Race 6, Remington. Then I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Exactas of 9 over 4, 8, 10. And 4, 8, 10 over 9. I wanted to get the 4 in there, and I definitely wanted 9 in there for at least second. 10 over 9. You're brave using a 5-year-old maiden. Yeah. Austin, the numbers are so strong on turf. I think I get him in there, even if he doesn't win. Yeah, Jerry. Yeah, it's scary, but maybe this horse has to win sometime, right? Maybe he doesn't have to, but today looks like it could be his day. 5 minutes. Okay, I'll be back in a couple minutes. Heat up my coffee. Good luck, everybody. All right, we're back. The one thing that concerns me about the 9 is the jockey. The jockey is 0 for 13 here over the last year. The 8, look at the work. Yeah, the 8 is very dangerous. I'm inclined to change my play. Now, we'll sit tight. 0 minutes to post. See, good swimmers last race on dirt was awful, but the 2 races on turf are definitely competitive. Yeah, the 9 is taking no money. Let's go back and look at this 9 real quick. If I was going to change it, I would do a 4, 8, 10 box. Does the 9 get in the money at all? It doesn't seem to want to win. Ugh. But it's run well at this distance. 1, 2, 3. At this distance, 4, 5 back, it did run well. One was at a maiden special weight, came in 3rd in both of those races. See, the trainer of the 9 is terrible too, Alan Williams. 6% winning percentage at 573 races. Oh no. I can't be scared off of them. I can't change it. 9's coming down to 9-2 now. 2 horses to sleeper. Austin, let's take a quick look at that too while we still have a few seconds. A decent jockey, 14%. Trainer is strong going dirt to turf, 13% with a 2.60 ROI. Adding bandages, this trainer is also effective, 18% with a 2.84 ROI. That's Kenneth Nolan. Jockey Richard Aramia. All right, good luck, everybody. Let's get it done here. Demetrius, good to see you. How are you? What are you guys playing? Have a nice evening. You too. Here's my pick, Remington Park. Thanks for checking in, Demetrius. Thanks, everyone, for checking in or joining us for the show tonight. Here at Remington Park, covering Remington Park. This is my selection. Let's keep an eye on that 6. Let's see the 9. Your 2 is going right to the front there, Austin. Look, they're strung out wide there in the third tier. 3 is showing more speed than usual today. 3 has a dangerous trainer. Where is that 6? Here goes the 9. No reason for the 9 not to get it done here. Demetrius tomorrow, Indianapolis Colts plus 3.5. Maybe I'll play that. DraftKings, Demetrius. No, where is the 8? That's the one I'm looking for. Here's the 4. Come on, 9. Four, 3. Well, the 4 got it done, but no 9, no 10, no 8. Only playing the Breeders' Cup Classic. Have a nice evening. You too, Demetrius. Good to hear from you. I'll keep an eye on those Colts tomorrow. Breeders' Cup. That should be a lot of fun. Tough racing here. He's a 9. I thought he was primed to make a move, and just wasn't happening. Ugh. Thanks, Demetrius. What do you like about the Colts if you have a second? What do you see in them tomorrow? Miami, they have the quarterback issues right now. That guy got hurt. Colts are getting 3 points. Liverpool. Oh, I'm going to write these down. Colts, I can remember. Liverpool. Yeah, the Breeders' Cup should be a lot of fun. Now that we're into October, I'm going to be doing more shows, and looking forward to that. But here tonight, we're at Remington Park, racing under the lights. I saw that Delta Downs had their opening night tonight, and Delta Downs is always a fun track, and they usually have decent payouts. So maybe we'll do some shows from Delta Downs next week. Tomorrow, I don't know about tomorrow. We'll see. I didn't expect to do one tonight. It's handicapping Aqueduct for racing reports tomorrow, and said, why not throw on the TV and go live? Maybe somebody's watching the races. Maybe I'll make some picks. Okay, that was race 6. What's up next? Let's take a quick look at Aqueduct's card tomorrow. We were looking at that earlier. Can't believe that. I can't believe that 8. I guess the 8 finished 3rd last race, which not bad. 3 had a very tough trainer, and its first turf race, it looks like it improved off that. The others just had better numbers, but they didn't. They were dirt horses that didn't take to the turf. Tomorrow, Aqueduct, the weather's going to be beautiful. They get started there at 12:30 p.m. They have 9 races. The weather's going to be mint, ranging anywhere from 58 degrees to 72 degrees. How many turf races? So we had rain the last couple of days. It stopped raining earlier in the day today. The weather is crisp enough out that maybe the track dries out. 1 turf race. 2 turf races. 3 turf races. 4 turf races. 5 out of 9 races on turf tomorrow. Question is, how does this track dry out? I mean, if these races stay on turf, it would be a magnificent card. But the fields are so huge. I had 14 entries here. Well, the two of them are AEs. All right. They get started at Aqueduct, 12:35 p.m. Eastern Time. 9 races, 5 on turf. Now we go back. We got some scratch in race 7. Austin, did you look at Charlestown? No, I have not seen Charlestown. Do I even have time to look at that? Let me see. If I can beat the buzzer, I'll go. I think you can throw out the 10. I would like seven to win, I'd say. Win place on 7, Violent Wonder. I haven't had a chance to look at it. I'm just looking at the patterns and the base figures here. I would try and beat the 8. If you want to try and make some money here, I would go an exacta box 279. Now that's a mine bet. Well, not a mine bet. I like 7. I like 7 the best. How many horses are in this race? You get ready to entries 279. 9 is 2 is a first timer. Let's look at the pools here. I'll tell you what, the 2 is taking a little. The 7 and 9 is taking the most money in the place. 7 is taking the most show money. Two, 7. Let's go back. Come on. Now my 7 horse. Remember, I go off the win place. The 7 is now 2 to 1. It's jumped down. I said win place. It's 2 to 1. I probably just played at 2 to 1. I like that the 2 is coming down, taking some money. 2. I boxed 2, 7, and 9, or $7 over 2-9. Charlestown exact at 7 over 2-9. Looks like they're getting towards the Let's see, Charlestown. Going to try the 6 at Charlestown. Let's take a look at that one. Austin, good luck. I think the 7 is the one to beat. The 6. Hey, third race has every right to improve. It's not taking much money. Open 5 to 1, now 7 to 1. I think 7's the one to beat. They usually improve. They're making it second start. Its first start was decent. The 8 jumped up a lot last race, and was running much slower before last race. 2 could move forward. 9 could move forward. I'd go 2-7 over 2-7-9 exacta. 2 is the X factor here. Unraced. 2-7. 7 is down to 3-2. 2-7 over 2-7-9. Good luck on your 6, Austin. You'll get paid if that one comes in. All righty, they're in the gate. Two is running up the rail, running third. Here comes the 9. There's the 7 is. Look at that 2 go. 2-7 over 2-7-9. Go 2. Stop the race. Yes, 2 is getting pressed. It's a 2-horse race at this point, and the 2 is retaking the lead. Come on, 2, hang on. Seven 2. All right, got one. Finally. And the 9 was third. Hope you boxed them for the trifecta. 7-2. That 2 looked like it was going to hang on there for a second. What's that going to pay? $7-2. Pay about $15 for a dollar. $30 for 2. Where are we? Got to get back to Remington. 13 minutes to post. At Remington Park, we're getting towards the end of the card here. We only have, there's a couple of scratches. 1 and 7 are scratched, so we have 6 entries, and it's a mile and a 16th. Claiming. Race 7. And we are looking at 12 minutes to post. Race 7. Let's take a look at the pace. Two showed no early speed. Now, the 2 has had the same jockey every single race going back a long ways, and now gets a jockey switch. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Now, that looks like it should be the pace of the race unless Hell of a Life goes early. Past the Cat. Got to bet those Cat horses. Just kidding. Cat horses and the gray horses. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Did win a couple of races, 5-6 back, but they were Will Rogers. Ran okay last race. But ran really wide. Where is this? Race 1. Tamworth Jockey Club. I have no idea where this is, but from the way they're lining up, I get the impression this is Tamworth. Where is that? River Cat comes off an impressive victory here at this level. That's the 3. 4, Howdy Pilgrim drops for this. Had a nice race here, 5 back, which was better than it looked. This one runs wide all the time, Howdy Pilgrim. I don't know, that could be a problem. It hasn't been in the money for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 races in a row. I don't like all those wide runs. I think Hell of a Life is probably got Carl Broberg. Looks like the fastest one out of these so far. Has a couple of third place finishes since joining Carl Broberg's barn. And Carl Broberg had this one a ways back too, earlier in the year. Now gets it back. Carl Broberg brings this one back. 6-year-old Hell of a Life. 20% jockey up Christian Torres. Broberg at Remington at 20%. Going back 1,952 races. And by the number, the 5 is the one to beat. Oh, best time gets scratched. Hell of a Life. Now that's the one to beat. And now I see it opens at 5-1. Carl Broberg. Now this Invader also looks good. Past the Cat. 10% trainer, Victor Hansen. 13% jockey at Remington, Floyd Wethy. Last 4 races, a first, 2 seconds, and a third. Comes down in class for this. I like that. Okay, let's go back to the pace figures. I don't like that fact that no Mr. Nice Guy ran so slow last time out of the gate. I'm not a fan of the Asmussen horse with Stuart Elliott. But they're showing them now on TV. Now, the thing about the 2 is with Todd Sneed, the jockey and the trainer, with this the jockey switch, Kunonis up now. These 2 in 17 races together, they've won 35% with a 4.40 ROI. And this trainer, when he gets a new horse, Tom Sneed gets it, first time out, first time with the team, they win out of 18 races in the last year, 33%. First time he sends one out, a new horse, 33% with a 4.71 ROI. at 35% with his jockey. Very tough to ignore here. Let's do it this way. Since we're getting some prices on these, I would say a 258 box, or actually, I'll go 5 over 28 and 28 over 5 at Remington. Now let me catch up here. Awesome. Okay, and then I'm going to heat up my coffee again. How much time do we got before post time? Let's take a look. 4 minutes. I'm not going to have time to heat up the coffee now. We're getting too close. Remington Race 7. Exactas. 5 over 28 and 28 over 5. I like 5 best to win this race. Carl Broberg. This one just looks like it sets up nice for him. Has plenty of pace. The only concern about that is, will the pace of the 2, no more Mr. Nice Guy, throw this one, throw off the 5? A 5 doesn't. 5 is coming off a nice race. Blinkers off. Broberg is 24% when he removes blinkers. He's 24% with his jockey. Going back to the pace charts real quick. Now, the 5 really doesn't need the lead. Neither does the 2 is more inclined to go lead. 8 has a little bit of early speed. Let's go take another second look at that number 6, the Loving Lucky. The others just look better. This one, it is dropping in class here. Stuart Elliott, 19% at Remington Park. ROI of 1.48 leaves something to be desired. Asmussen and Elliott together as a team, covering 1,713 races. They click 23% together, and they're in the money 54% of the time. Hasn't raced here, though. Probably benefits a little bit from the pace. See, I like that the 8 is dropping. Yeah, I can't move past the Broberg horse. Last race, it dueled and it weakened. Now it's going a mile and a 16th today. The stretch out is a bit of a concern. I gotta think Broberg's gonna have this one ready to go. The last 2 races went with Broberg came in third. It's been weakened in the last two, so could very well get softened up today. Got to stick to my guns here. Yeah, I'm sticking with it. We had the last one at Charlestown, right? Broberg, I think, is going to be tough to beat here. The one thing I do like about 6 is it will have something to close into, because the other, I expect a little bit of pace up front. And the distance should be no problem. Making a big drop. How is Asmussen? Claimers down in class. Asmussen wins 24% with claimers that drop, and that covers 3,694 races. The last 2 races on turf were pretty quick. Let's look at the board. What if we did an insurance bet? Let's do it this way. And now we'll add an insurance bet. How much time before post? 0 minutes. Let's do an insurance play. Insurance play. Remington Race 7. Race 7. Insurance play. Small one. Small trifecta, 6 over 2, 5, 8, 2, 5, 8. Now you can see my other picks there. I still think 5 is the one to beat. Asmussen scares me a little bit, his percentages and all the early pace of the 2 and a 5. Although I do like a 5, and they're in. Best of luck, everybody. Good luck. Two is showing no speed at all. Neither is the 5. I hate this when horses don't perform to their form at all. I mean, 2 and 5 are the front runners here, big front runners, and they're running last and second to last. Unless they instructed the 5 not to go. Look at this. Interesting race here. Is that the 2? Looks like we're going to hit our exacta play here. Come on, 8. Yeah. Probably pays zip. All righty. Probably broke even on that mess. What were the final odds on these horses? 5 was 2 to 1. Two was 9-2, 5-2. What does that pay? Pools 13. So take off $33. That's like a $6 profit, folks, out of the insurance play and the regular play. That exacta pays $13.30 for a buck. All right, we're starting to get some winners here. We're starting to heat up a little bit. 26 for 2. Hey, Jerry. Yeah, would have been better. I don't know what the 8. What was the 8? It would have been the same exact thing. Can you believe that? All right. Any of these other tracks running still? I don't think so. Northfield, yeah, it's just the other stuff now. So we'll stay at Remington. Race 8. See if we can get a daily double or something. Okay, I'll have time to heat up the coffee now. Yeah, I'm drinking light coffee. Everyone here, all horse racing all the time. Hey, thanks for joining me, everybody. Unexpected show tonight. It's been an absolute blast covering Remington. I can't remember some great racing over at Remington and a lot of talent. Look at Asmussen with his dropping horse. That one shouldn't have went to the front. Great job by Broberg and his jockey holding the 5 back and coming up. I mean, wound up, I think, being the favorite. We still got time before post. I'm going to heat up the coffee. Tell you a little bit about the 8th race before I step away. 8th race. 9th race is going to be a turf sprint. That should be a good one. 5 furlongs. This one is 6.5 on dirt. The early speed looks like 1 and 6. Mr. K and Heroic Song. But 1 doesn't really need the lead. 1 is stretching out a little bit. Heroic Song stretching out a little bit. It looks like they've faced each other the last 2 races. So we'll have to look at that. 3 and 5 have a little bit of speed. 3 coming in from Delmar. 5, Raymond. He also faced Mr. K and Heroic Song last race. So we got some horses that faced each other before. So we'll be back to start taking a look at race 8. And I'm just going to heat up the coffee. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Let's win some money. Be right back.
to FanDuel TV now. All action building towards the Everest Friday night on the 14th of October. The world's richest race, $15 million up for grabs, and every eye around the world is going to be on Nature Strip, the world's best sprinter. Now that was up for debate. He closed that with the performance that we saw at Royal Ascot in the King's Stand. Let's take a look at the dominant victory that we saw earlier in the year.
Nature Strike leading to Active Express in second place. Twilight Falls coming home in third position, but it is the great Australian sprinter, Nature Strike and James McDonald, and look how far they won by. Second to go to Twilight Falls to Active Express.
The big winner there in a dominant fashion there was going to be seen how he returned back to Australia after that trip. He went to the Grade 2 shorts and put in a performance like this just to show you that he is ready for the Everest.
Eduardo is back, the Nature Strip getting on turns now. Here comes the champ, Nature Strip, taking the lead from Eduardo, clear from Boston running, and Nature Strip back on target to defend his Everest title. Nature Strip beat Boston running out of the lead on their way.
He's won 21 from 38, 8 Grade 1 races. He won the Everest last year. He's already got $18 million in prize money. He is the horse to beat in this year's the Everest, Friday the 14th here on FanDuel TV.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. To get the coverage you need, call the number on the screen now.
Are you over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days? I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. Call now for this free book on maximizing your income in retirement. Annuity do's and don'ts for baby boomers. For financial burden. That's right. Free. This book reveals the little truths about annuities and simple to understand terms.
All righty, let's set up a late daily double here. What's going on? Did they have the Charlestown race yet? Oh, they finished. That's right. 13 minutes to post. Race 8. What does race 9 look like? Okay, we got a turf race next race. Oh, a big standout on number 1. One is probably going to get that down to nothing. They got a first-time starter. Yeah, I'll look at the 8th first, see if the daily double is worth it. Race 8. Mr. K. Last time this horse won was back in April at Sam Houston at 7 furlongs. This is 6.5. Race 2 back, hard used gave way. This is an allowance. 3 and 4 back, it lost by a neck. That's shorter at 5.5 and 6.5. Okay, I could live with the one at 6.5 losing by a neck. What is with these close losses? Who else? 19% jockey David Cabrera. Ronnie Cravens the third is the trainer, 11% at Remington Park. That's Mr. K. Good early pace. Number 2 just won its last race here. It just looks too slow. I can't go there. Let's see the scratches. Yeah, 19-1, 5-1. So far, 1 looks nice and strong. The Delmar, the shipper. Robertino Diodoro, always dangerous. 22%. Christian Torres up. Christian Torres won the last race, so he's feeling his oats. And now he's on more horse. It's been moving forward. Sprinting is its best bet. Okay. 3 looks okay. 'Tis hot and dusty. Let me write these down. 1, 3 are the ones that jump out at me so far. Number 4, I'm the Machine. 8% trainer, Mindy Willis. At Remington Park, jockey 9%. So far, the others look a little bit quicker. Raymond, Steve Asmussen. Distance should be no problem. Rallied last race at 6. This is at 6.5. It's 6 is gonna, 5 is gonna be tough. 1, 3, and 5 I'm on so far. This is really no, 6 seems to be going the wrong way. The others are quicker. Floyd Wavy up, 13% jockey, 18% trainer, Scott Young. Jockey trainer together. They're good together. Over 1,400 races. 1,471 to be exact over the last year. They're 20%. 7 I don't like. 8 I don't like. All right, let's get to 1, 5 on the 5 looks best. Tough, do not like to bet chalk, but 1 to 5 on the 5. Jesus, bet down 5. No sure thing. 3 is scratched. That makes it a little easier here. So far, 1 and 5 look best. I think the 6 is worth a look. It ran a big race here last year as a 3-year-old. But it does run well here, especially the race in November of last year. Let's go back to let's go to the pace. Heroic Song, okay, has some early, some good early pace. I can't back the 5 at those odds. One could win this race. Now, it ran 4 wide last time, but it's breaking from the rail tonight. Where did it break from last race? In June of last year, it broke from the rail. How did it do in that race? June earlier. Yeah. I think the rail saved it some ground. Now I'm going to take a closer look at the 5. The 5 doesn't have to win this race. Now let's look at the. I'm leaning a 1-5, 1-5-6 exacta. I think 1 is the one that could pull the upset. Let's look at the connections again. 19% jockey, 18% jockey trainer. Ronnie Craven's a 3rd. All right, that's where I'm looking right now. Thanks for the heads up on that scratch, Jerry. How many minutes to post? 5 minutes. Okay, so let's get this in. Race 8, Remington. I can't see 1-5 on the 5. All right, now let's go, while we have a few minutes, let's take a look at the 9th. Get started on the 9th. See, the race, the 6 has a big race here at this place this year. All right, Jordan, number 1. 3 is scratched in that race, only 1 scratch. Now, second, number 2 opens at 4-1. Now, this trainer, Ray Ashford Jr., with horses 4-1, first time out as a 2-year-old. Maidens, when the horse is 4-1 or less, he wins 32% of the time. You got a 13% jockey, who's 13% winner on 2-year-olds. So far, 1, 2. You got to respect the 2. Oh, Gold Memories. Has a race 2 back that's better than it looks. I know it's a 12% jock. Again, I'll take a look at the 6. Let's see what's there for the 6. I like its race 2 back, which really could knock off the 1. If it really is a better race than anything the 1 has run. 7, pretty much stopped last race, 3% jockey. I don't like it. Trainer's nothing to talk about. 8 is a first-time starter, Winehouse. Oh boy! Now keep in mind now the 1 and the 6 has no turf experience. Neither does the 1. What about number 4, Gracie's Kitten? 1 turf race was pretty good, but that was at 4 furlongs. It's getting a little tricky here. Based on its turf effort, got to be looked at. The dirt races have been awful. Oh, brother. Winehouse, I'm looking at. The trainer is 19%. Ron Moquette is a solid trainer with this jockey, 19% also. Does win first time out, 13%. 4-1 or less, 4-9. McLean Music. 17%. I like the 2 out of Union Reds. I can't hang my hat on this one, Jordan. I can't do it. But it's out of Justify, and it's been really having some strong. I'm going to go back to the pace figures. I'm not going to mess with the double, but I will make a play next race. I got a better idea of that. Gracie's Kitten. How did that? It was only a 4 furlong race, but this is a 5 furlong race. Yeah, we'll sit tight on this one. I'm not going to do a double. I'd rather try something next race where there's some prices in there. All horse racing all the time. I'll actually do some shows on other topics. Sometimes I present. Coach Allen presents topics of interest. So I'll be adding those to the mix as well. Coach Allen presents some topics of interest or trending stories in the news. Be doing the horse racing, mostly horse racing as usual. Get back to doing some more live shows. And tonight's been an absolute blast. You just got to love the racing after dark. When the racing is under the lights, it's just a whole different element of excitement that's added to it and electricity. 1-5 over 156. 5 is 2-5. I can't take it at 2-5. Look at the 1 now. Suddenly 2-1. One thing is certain here. I don't want straight 1-5 or 5-1. I want the 6 in there. The 6 has has a couple of nice race here last year. That's quick enough to take this. Good luck, everybody. Double. Next race is a tricky race, a turf sprint. That's the finale. All right, go 1. 1-6. Stop the race. I wonder why the 5 is so far back. I don't know if it got a bad start. Look at this. Okay, got a bad start apparently. Now the 6 is threatening the 1. Holy crap. 1-5, 1-5-6. Come on, 1, rally. Come on, 6. Oh no, here comes the other one. All right, we got it. Maybe we get our money back. 5-1. The 6 couldn't hold second. What is that going to pay? All right, we're starting to hit some, but nothing to write home about here. Race 8, probables. This is going to $3.60. They win and lose money. All righty, one more race to go. Now this is a tricky one, race 9. All righty. What about Aaron Judge? Aaron Judge sets the American League home run record. Passes Roger Maris. Season finale today, and he doesn't play. Is that fair to the fans? These people in Texas, they probably spent some good money to go to the game and maybe see Aaron Judge go for the Triple Crown, or with a few 3 hits, they could have won the Triple Crown, or add to his home run record and give him the day off. Okay, I guess he earned it. I hear the guy that caught the ball was offered, he has an offer of $2 million. $2 million from some outfit that would buy the ball, and they would also make a deal with Major League Baseball that they could showcase it at different places like the Hall of Fame. So fans could still see the ball. As exciting as that sounds. And, the guy would pocket $2 million. I would jump on that immediately. And he's probably glad that Judge took the day off, because if Judge would have hit some home runs today, that probably would have lessened the price of that ball. So he is in an opportunity now, which I think is an excellent move that he hung on to the ball. I feel for those fans, the ones that just gave the other ball back, like some kids had a ball down that probably worth between $150,000 and $200,000. I think it was his 60th home run or whatever. Maybe it was his 60th home run, and they gave it back, and they get a signed autograph and a signed ball, and they get that picture taken with Judge. I think maybe a jersey, which is nice. Don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful gesture to give the ball back, but no way, man. Take the $150,000. They were kids. They weren't thinking clearly. They got caught up in the moment. Good move by this guy, though, because he's in position to get $2 million. All right, now we're moving on to race 9, the finale. We have reached the finale at Remington Park. It's been a blast so far doing the night racing tonight. Get started writing the racing reports in the morning. I've got an idea who I like over there already, but here I got so zoned in at Remington that the Aqueduct will, get rolling on that in the morning, early in the morning. All righty. Now the one is, I've looked at the horses already, and the one is a dirt horse, and it's opens at 3 to 5 right away. Is the open up? No, open at 6 to 1. I think the 6 is a good play. Opened at 20 to 1, now 10 to 1. I like it better for underneath. What strikes me as odd is for a second there, the 10, which opened at 20 to 1, was down to 3 to 1. Maybe it just took a big hit of early money and then it jumped up. So let's go back to the see, the 1 has the fastest races. Gracie's Kitten has the best turf race. The one got to be considered. It has the speed, and this is a sprint. It's going to be tough. It's going to be it's one that you got to use. It should just get a jump on the others at 5 furlongs. All right. Okay, we're producing some winners here. So that's good. Makes its first turf. Dirt to turf, which is it's never run on turf before. This is a 5 furlong sprint, maiden special weight, 2-year-old fillies. 4 to 1 or less, this trainer, J.R. Caldwell, hits 29%. Jockey is 12%. The jockey, Lane Luzzy, and Caldwell together at 21%. Just hard to move past this, even though it really, the 2 is intriguing. All right. I think the 2's a little interesting. It's a wild card. I think Winehouse is interesting. Has some good breeding there. 19% jockey. I think the 8 is live. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I think the 8 is live, but I don't think it's that live. I'm going to use 6 underneath. I'm going to use 1 on top. I'm looking at the 4 closely because of its turf race. Did run in Stakes Company 2 back, got squashed. I like its turf effort. Now let's go to the pace. I'm going to put 4 under. Jeez, do I put 4 underneath? 1 is there. The 1 is taking all the money here. Charles Lasich. How's it going, Charlie? Good to see you, man. You're always a winner in my book, Coach. Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, we have some nice picks on a roll here. Nothing, even at a Charlestown, where nothing big, but I think what is it? 4 straight correct calls now. Did win and lose a couple cents on the last race. Even when you lose every race. How's it going? So we're the last race here at Remington Park. I like either 1 or 4 to win this race. I like 6 underneath. So I'm going to do it like this. Nothing crazy. I'm going to try and beat that 8. And the 2, I would like the 2's percentages before. What is the 2 on the board? 5 to 1. Okay, let's try it this way. How many minutes to post? 13 minutes. Remington Race 9 finale. Exacta. 1-4 over 1-4-6-8. Oh, we'll see what this looks like here. I'm right here, up home, looking at Remington Park on the tube. I'm handicapping Aqueduct. I started off handicapping Aqueduct, but I'm going to get back to that early in the morning. So this is the last race. So I figured, let me go on. Let's see what's going on here and go live. Maybe somebody's watching. Maybe somebody wants. Maybe somebody has a question about the horses, and that's where we're at. How you been doing? Going to be doing racing reports for Aqueduct tomorrow. Started looking at the cars, started writing a little bit, and got zoned in over here at Remington with the night races. Before it was opening night at Delta Downs. What do you think of Aaron Judge? They gave him the day off. Would you turn in that ball if you caught that? The guy's getting offered $2 million for the ball. If you caught it, would you have turned it in for an autographed jersey and a signed ball, and maybe you sign back, or hold out? And now this guy already has a $2 million offer. You getting ready for the Breeders' Cup? Looking forward to the Breeders' Cup. Yeah, when is that? That's probably in another month, right? Weeks away. Definitely. I'll be covering the Breeders' Cup. Fire in your sleep. Oh yeah, this guy, and they give Judge the day off today. The last day, he's in contention for the Triple Crown. If he gets a couple hits, maybe he wins the Triple Crown, or maybe he adds his home run total. But they gave him the day off. He's probably emotionally drained. It was getting down to the wire there. It looked like he might not get 62, but they're probably giving him a mental health day just to calm down. And so yeah, we're looking at this. I'm gonna try and no, that's incorrect. I mean 1-4 over 1-2-4-6. So let me rewrite that. Looking forward to the Aqueduct analysis. Really like the channel. Hey, John. Yeah, should be some great cards this weekend. Shifted to the turf track, getting bigger fields over there at Aqueduct. And now they're at Aqueduct until, God, who knows how long, until Saratoga, I think, next year. They're going to run the Belmont Stakes at Belmont, but they're putting a Tapeta track over at Belmont. They're doing construction over there. So the Belmont meet was moved to Aqueduct. So they're going to be there now, right through the winter into the next season. I would have thrown it back on the field. You get the hell out of here. Okay, Remington Race 9. Exacta. I like the 4's one race on turf, which I know it's only 4 furlongs, but it closed well and it ran pretty quick. Maybe the one gets pressed a little bit. Maybe it doesn't have as much speed on the turf as it does on the dirt. And so I'm going to go with the 1. I'm still respecting the 1, but I'm using also the 4, who has the best turf race, and this is on turf, over the first-time starter with a strong trainer. And the 6 has run in turf in Stakes Company and has a very quick race on dirt that fits this a few back. So we're going to see what is the weather tomorrow. The weather tomorrow is going to be mint. Anywhere between 60 and 72 degrees, lots of sun. We had rain the last few days up until as late as 5 o'clock, a little bit of rain. So I don't know. 5 of the 9 races are going to be on turf. So I don't know what condition the turf is in over there. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of scratches that ruin the card. So it's gonna be up to how the track dries out, and the dirt races look like they're gonna be some good dirt races, but they have turf races with giant fields, and they have alternate entries in those turf races too. So I'm gonna handicapping the dirt races first, and the turf races I'll do a little bit later once I know more about the track. Not that I got to go back and redo these reports for 5 out of the 9 races, which would be a pain in the ass. I'd rather tackle them fresh when I know who the contenders are going to be and what the track looks like, and I can make a more educated decision about my plays instead of having to go back to the drawing board after writing these things up. But I have an idea, and fingers crossed that the weather is good over there. So this is what I'm on here for this race, and exactly for the last race. 1 is the inside speed, goes dirt to turf. 4 has the best turf race, has the best turf race of any with experience in here, fastest turf race, which, if it runs that race, should beat the 1. What are the odds now? What are we looking at here? 4 on the 1 opened at 5-2, is down to 6-5. The 4 opened at 3-1. Gracie's Kitten is currently 9-1. The 2, the first time starter, opened at 4-1. I have the 2 underneath, is open 4-1, now 5-1. And the 6, this is the one I want to get second. It ran a dirt race that if it takes a few back, that if it does it on, it's a contender here. Opened at 20-1, it is now 19-1, and it has run in Stakes Company. So it's 1-4 over 1-2-4-6. Gold Memories. What kind of payouts are we looking at here? Well, I'll tell you. All right, 1-4. That would pay a whopping for $1. That exactly would pay $9.70. 1-2 would pay $10.30, and 1-6 would pay $25.80. Let's flip it to the 4 on top. 4-1 would pay $15.90. 4-2 would pay $35.60, and 4-6. That's the one would pay $60.20. So we want the 4 to prevail, folks. Yeah, that's the changes are worth. Love the 4 at that price. Yeah, I hope he stays up there, John. And I think the pace, if the 2 or the 6 might even press the 1 a little bit. And that could open the door up to the 4, because the last time it raced on turf, it closed well. And that number, its buyer figure is a little misleading. Golden Song. No, Gold Memories. Let me just look at something here with this, with the 4. Yeah, the 4 ran 4. It broke out. It had a troubled start. It brushed the gate, I guess, and got stuck running 4 wide. And it still closed after that bad start to finish 4th, beating only 2 lengths. So if you see a buyer figure that looks low, very low, the horse actually covered a lot more ground that the buyer figure reflects. So it actually ran a pretty quick race. And if it duplicates that race and runs in a straight line, or at least doesn't run 4 wide, big win chance here. The last 2 back, it was the last 2 it ran on dirt. I mean, on turf, it ran totally different race than it did on dirt. So I mean, 6 for show, hammer it. Let me take a look. I mean, that would be the hammer horse for show. You know why I say that is because it is going to be one of the early speeds, and it's race 2 back. It closed well. I mean, it's Gold Memories. Yeah. I mean, if it runs that race 2 back, it can actually even win this race. The key is it has to take to the turf. And it's been running it. It ran in Stakes Company 3 back. Jockey, very limited action, 12% here at Remington in 41 races over the last year. Him and the trainer together, Ronnie Craven's the 3rd. They're 13%. I think if this horse runs its race, it even has a chance to win the race. Never trust an Okie. Oh yeah, if I was going to play a horse to show this race, it would be that 6. I have it for 2nd in the exacta. 1 minute to post. And what is it on the board? 18-1. Let me see though what the pools look like. If that, I mean, the show horses are the crazy one is the 10 that's taking money. The show horses, 1 is taking the most to show, followed by the 4. You'll get paid with the 8. If 1 doesn't show, I don't know if you're going to make a killing with the. What you need here for the 6 to work is for the 1 to miss the board, which is unlikely. I just want to see what why the 10 is taking money. Ten is 13-1. Let me look at this. Has turf experience, but I can't back this one. Can't back the 10. It did open on the board at 3-5 though, and then quickly jumped up to 19-1. No. I can't back the 9. Not at this distance. Look, it's running 25-second opening quarters. I can't go there. Not in a 5 furlong race. I don't think there's enough real estate, and the speed figures were not good either. Oh, we're getting up to showtime, folks. The finale. Where did the time go? That's the big question. I would rather trust a New Yorker. You know it, man. No, we're not messing around. We're not horsing around over here. Okay, let's get it home. 1-4 over 1-2-4-6. The 2 is taking money now. The first time starter. 17-1. I like this. I got the 6 for 2nd, and it's not even impossible to win this race. The 6 is going to be part of the pace if it takes to the turf. That's the thing you got to keep in mind here. The 1 has never raced on turf. The 2 is a first-time starter. 6 has never raced on turf. And the 4 has the best turf race. Who's this horse over here? That's Secretariat. Secretariat in progress there, in action, winning the Kentucky Derby in 1973. One really doesn't want to get in. It's not a good sign. There's the 6. I notice a lot of time the winning horse is the one that they load the last for some reason. Let's see where 4 loads. Have you ever noticed that they save the winning horse to load last? And it doesn't matter the post position, whether it's inside or outside. I just see that happening quite a bit. 8 is Winehouse. It's another first-time starter. Here's the 4. 4 is a great horse. All right, where's my pick? 1-4 over 1-2-4-6 exacta. Good luck, everybody. It's been a blast, and here we go with the finale. And 1 showing the early speed as expected. The early speed, where is the 6? Come on, 4. 4 is going to come. Come on, 6. Come on, 4. Come on, 6. Grab third. 6 is going to get third. Come on, baby. Look at this. We got all our horses in here. Come on, 2, 4. 1, 4, 2. Box my 4. You got the trifecta. All right. 4 couldn't really get it going. Let's see what that pays. 1, 4. 6 to 1 got bet down to 2 to 5. Come on, man. 460. Hit another exacta, 5th one in a row, whatever, and lost money. About $1 and change. Disappointed in the 6, but it just wasn't meant to be. Well, it's going on midnight here, 11:54 to be exact. Charlie, John, Demetrius, everybody joined us tonight. Thanks for joining me. It's been a pleasure tonight doing some horse racing here, night racing at Remington Park over in Texas. I think all the American racing is just about through today. So tomorrow, I'll be doing racing reports will be available. I'll give you more information about that and pricing once I usually do. Right now, I'm doing some price specials early in the aqueduct season. So you may want to be on the lookout for that. If you want interested in a racing report, email me, for details. I'll give you the email address. Live race show at gmail.com. LiveRacingShow@gmail.com. On this show, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe, get notification of all new live upcoming shows or pre-recorded shows, all horse racing all the time. We will actually be doing some shows on other topics of interest as well as the horse racing. We're primarily a horse racing station. We'll cover some current events or topics of interest, things like that, with special episodes of Coach Allen Presents. In the meantime, have a great night, everybody. Or whenever you're watching this, you done dabble? You don't dabble anymore. Dabble, what do you mean? So I'm going to be doing some shows on other topics. So have a good night, everybody, or a good day, good morning if you're watching this overseas. Be on the lookout for racing reports tomorrow. Interested in the racing report, email me right here. And until next time, thanks for joining us. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. If you like the show, hit the like button. Share it with your friends, your racing friends. We're going to have upcoming shows, live shows with guests, and more handicapping shows, and some more night handicapping shows, which is a blast. They had opening night at Delta Downs tonight. So until next time, if you're playing today, or tomorrow, if you're playing, or tonight, best of luck and bring it home. All the best, and talk with you soon.